And that's why you absolutely bet preseason football. As I told you, Philadelphia Eagles as my one and only preseason game of the year. And I told you in advance, watch my tape from yesterday, that the Eagles were playing the games to win. The Eagles wanted this game. The Eagles were really going to put a precedent on actually executing and putting the ball in the end zone. And I told you Indianapolis was going to mail it in after the first set of downs. Literally, during the drive, I've never seen this, they pull luck during the first drive of the game. It was that unbelievable. And it was so lopsided and so decisive, it was almost like betting a fixed game. And that's why I tell you, preseason football is the only sport where this will ever happen. Where one team, the Philadelphia Eagles, laying 4, are trying. They're going all out. They want to win the game. They got second stringers in the fourth quarter. Indianapolis Colts ran one set of downs for real. They might have ran 10 plays for real the entire game. That game was 36-10. 36-10, 36-10, but it could have been 100-0. Like literally 100-0. Philadelphia won by 26, laying 4. And it could have been by 40. It could have been by 50. It could have been name the score. So again, you could say, Stu, how do you ever have the balls? How do you have the integrity to tell us to bet preseason football? Because I know who's playing, and I know who's not playing. I know what team wants to win, and I know what team does not want to win. Could care less. And it was apparent yesterday. It was right in front of your eyes. It was as plain as day from the second drive of the game. You knew if you called me and you bet your balls on the Eagles for your one and only preseason game of the year, you were happy. You were doing a happy dance 8 minutes into the game. You were going, Stu Feiner, I love you, baby. What a great call. Stu, how do you know this? Well, again, that's why I am the source. That's why I am the best there is. And it proves it. Preseason football is like stealing money. It's a license to print money. A lot of my big players yesterday were limited to $10,000 per bet. They tried to bet $50,000 on the game. They capped them at $10,000. Doesn't that tell you something? What do you think, the bookmakers are afraid of somebody? They're not. But when you get information like I have, when it was steam information, when it was sharp information, when it was the right information from the right people, stealing money. And again, I have 6 people that tried to bet $50,000 on the game that were capped at $10,000. Their limit for preseason is $10,000 because when I get my information, I'm better than the odds maker. It's stealing. You could have made the Eagles 20 and still covered the game. You could have made the Eagles minus 20 and still covered the game. Eagles, easy money, stealing money, cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. And again, we're going to build a bankroll this week. This week's all about preseason football. This week, it gets real. It gets real, baby. It is real this week in preseason football. We have football Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and the first Monday night game of the year. I can't wait. Monday Night Football's back this Monday. So we have football 5 straight consecutive days this week. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So get ready to make more money than you've ever made in your life. Get ready to build on the Stu Feiner train with my momentum. Coming off winning my one and only preseason game of the year, stealing fucking cash, looked like a fixed game, might as well have been a fixed game because it was stealing money, it wasn't fixed, but I got the information and watch my tape from yesterday. I told you before it was happening, I was selling the game as my game of the year, and on the video I was telling you that I was using the Eagles. I told it to you. I said the Eagles want to win this game. Eagles are going all out. Colts could care less. So again, that's the information I get in preseason football. So make sure you're on my daily, or my weekly, or my monthly, or my seasonal package, because I am going to score out for you. I'm going to make you more money than you've ever made in your life. I am as hot as it is today in sunny Long Island, New York. 95 degrees, 100% humidity, but it's sunny. It's one of those days, you know what I'm saying? It's sunny, it ain't raining, it's 95, it's sizzling, but it's beautiful. You want to be in the pool or in air conditioning. Air conditioning is your best friend today. I love air conditioning today. I would hug it out with air conditioning today. I want to make love with air conditioning today because you need air conditioning. You really do, because it is that hot. It's like when you open the door, when you go in your car, it's like, oh my God, it's hot. It is hot, about as hot as I am winning my preseason one and only game of the year, Philadelphia Eagles, and you're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. Now, Major League Baseball yesterday, the Blue Jays getting to the Yankees. So again, the lead is a half of game in the East. In the American League East, a half a game. And the Mets get swept by the Pirates. The Mets are now 0-13 against the Pirates and the Cubs. And I think they're like 3-16 if you add up the Pirates and the Cubs and the Cardinals. Please. I mean, the Mets are not better than the Pirates. They're not better than the Cardinals. I guess the Cubs, they are better than, in my opinion. I really do. You really can't beat them. But the Mets are going to have to win this division. It's apparent. There's no issue about it. There's no two ways about it. The Yankees are in a different situation now. The Yankees could not win the division, but get a wild card. And that might absolutely, it might happen, like legitimately happen. Toronto or the Yankees, they both get in. But in the National League, all three teams, the Cardinals, the Pirates, and the Cubs, are going to the playoffs. So the Mets have one shot, and one shot only, and that's to win the division. And thank God, there are 44 games left. And out of the 44 games left, listen to this. The only winning teams they're playing are the Yankees, a 3-set at Citi Field, and 2 against the Baltimore Orioles. Otherwise, 39 games are against teams with losing records. Holy fuck! Who gave them that schedule? That's amazing! So, this truly is the Mets' division to lose. Did you hear what I just said? They play 44 games, and there's only 5 games, 2 teams that have winning records, and they play the Phillies 11 times. My God! Even with Nice and Cologne pitching, they'll win most of those games. 11 games against the Phillies. That's 9 wins. They play 39 games against losing teams. Now, the Washington Nationals, everybody's on suicide watch there. From their GM to their scouts to their manager to anybody on the team could be traded right now or just dumped at the August 31st deadline. I mean, dumped because they are going nowhere. They are going backwards. By the time they get back from their West Coast swing, from their road trip, they could be done. Now again, is 4.5 games a lock for the Mets? Absolutely not. They're 2-1 to win the division right now. They're 2-1 and Washington's even money, because that's all really there is in that division, right? It's either them or Washington. But Washington is not hitting. They're not pitching to the form that we thought they would. And they're playing dog shit, and they just don't play well together. And Williams just cannot push the right button, no matter what. And he had a great closing position, and they got Papelbon, and that's really fucked up the whole situation there. That's like done. But they don't even get a shot to close a game, because they're out of the game by the 5th inning, the Nationals right now. So the Mets, after getting swept, after getting outclassed, and truth be told, you want to know my opinion? If Mother Nature does not fuck the game up yesterday, where Terry Collins said no matter what, after the 6th inning, they had a rain delay so that Parnell came back to pitch and Harvey was done. But the coach said no matter what, that Harvey was not coming out for the 7th inning. He had over 100 pitches, and he was never pitching the 7th inning. So even though Parnell blew the 7th inning and blew both games against the Pirates, I mean, they easily could have won one, but he has the 2 losses on his head. And I don't want to hear that Murphy should have been at second base. Yeah, he was. You can't walk the leadoff batter in the 8th inning. You can't walk the leadoff batter in the 8th inning. Or the 7th inning. You can't come in the 7th inning and walk the leadoff batter. Are you fucking kidding me? Seriously, you can't do it. Parnell's a bust. Let's just say he's an absolute bust, okay? It really is showing that Mejia, by having his drug suspension, is fucking killing us right now. Because Parnell might not even be in the loop with Clippard. Because you would go Clippard, and then you would go Mejia, and then you'd go Familia. And it would be lights out, see you so long, bye-bye. But now you have Parnell, and he's a fucking bust. He's a bust. His fastball's not where it is. He can't point it. He can't paint the corners, and his breaking stuff is useless. And he always gets in trouble, and he walks batters constantly. And now, this is more than just a blip on the screen. This is more than a couple of bad outings. If you ask any Met fan and any knowledgeable baseball fan, we've lost all confidence in him. And it looks like he had no confidence yesterday. He looked lost. He looked clueless. He looked done. You could see in his eyes. I don't want to say it, but he looked scared. And there's one thing about a reliever. You have to be cold as ice. You can't be scared. So the Mets now, 4.5 game lead, but just got swept by a team that they were outclassed on. So in other words, although their schedule just works out so well for them, like I said, they have 44 games left and 39 against losing teams. So the Mets should be in a very, very good position. Without a total collapse and a total free fall, their pitching, they put a major league pitcher on the mound every single night, a quality start every single night, even if it's not their three aces, even if it's not Harvey or DeGrom or Syndergaard at home. Nice and Cologne are pitching well now, and they have enough to get by. Now, I would like their starters, if they can, to go into the 8th inning. So we go just Clippard and Familia and call it a day. Because that 7th inning now, there's a big fucking hole. We need a reliever. A big fucking hole. And we can't get a reliever right now. We're going to have to wait another couple of weeks at the trading deadline, So in other words, Mets, again, 4.5 games up, but still rock solid, but still, let's not just mail it in. Yankees right now, half a game up. Let's see if Tanaka can be the ace and Beltran can stay hot. And today we have baseball on the card. So let's score out and let's rock and roll. From me, your source, Stu Feiner.